Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the very first episode of the Bold Conversations podcast, your space for empowerment, purpose, and bold transformation. I am your host, Joyce Arthur, a young woman born and raised in Mori, a fishing community in the central region of Ghana, but now a global advocate promoting girls' education, rural access to quality education, women and youth empowerment. A week ago, I had a very interesting conversation with a young woman who, in the course of the conversation, I revealed where I was born and raised and show her how far I have come in life. This young woman couldn't believe her eyes, and during the conversation, she kept asking that, Miss Joyce, are you sure you were born and raised in Mori? I said yes. She was so surprised, so out of curiosity, I probed further to understand why she was surprised. And she said that I know Mori and I know what it takes for someone to rise to the level that you are now. And I said, yes, you are right. Even though I was born and raised in such an environment, but I refuse to allow it to define who I become. I chose to redefine and rewrite the story. So that conversation inspired today's discussion. So today I want to talk about something very close to my heart. Your background does not define you. Let me repeat that. Your background does not define you. Sometimes when I look at the struggles that we go through to make ends meet and also to pursue our dreams, I wish everyone was born into a wealthy family where life is easy, where everything you need is just a request away, where success is expected. But the reality is, life isn't always fair. Inequality exists. Many of us are born into an environment where we must fight for opportunities, where we need to work hard just to be seen and dream bigger just to survive. But no matter where you come from, whether you are rich or poor, there is something that we all have in common, and that is a dream. Yes, a dream. I believe that God created each of us with something great inside, something the world needs to see, and He gave you what it takes to make it happen. Yes, you have what it takes to make it happen. I have seen countless people born in underserved communities who refuse to settle. These individuals dared to dream bigger, and now they are making global impact. I, your host, I am one of them, and so I believe you are. Now, growing up in my village, I remember I shared my dream with someone that I highly respect in that village. And this person happens to be the privileged few who were well-to-do and all that. So I discussed my dream to be a very great person in the community and all that. This man looked straight into my eyes and gave me these two responses. She said that, Joyce, you are daydreaming. Joyce, do you know what it takes to achieve those goals that you've just told me? At that time, it hurt, but now I understand why he said that. You know, when you are born into such a community and such an environment, we are sometimes conditioned to believe that success is not meant for us. In fact, you are expected to live a mediocre life and accept it. We've been taught so many lies when it comes to what it takes to be successful. And today I want to debunk some of these lies that we've been told and open your eyes to the truth. I was told that if I want to become successful, I need to belong to a certain class. I need to come from a wealthy family. I need to know someone in authority. And I need to speak in a certain way. Overall, almost everyone told me that success was reserved for the privileged few and that I wasn't one of them. But here is the truth. There is no universal formula for greatness. I accept that there are examples that we can learn from, but you don't need to follow anyone else's path exactly. Your background may influence your starting point, but it doesn't control your destination. We are different people with different stories, and that's our strength. Your journey will look different, and it's supposed to, because you hold the pen to your life and you are the author of your future. Now, if you aspire to become a better version of yourself, irrespective of where you come from or the family that you are born into, this is what I need you to know. Everything starts here, your mindset. Dr. Miles Monroe once said, your belief system sets the pace for your life. If you believe you are limited, you will stay limited. But if you believe you are capable, wealthy, and chosen, you will begin to rise. Growing up, I didn't see women like me doing the things I dreamed of, but I chose to rewire my mind. I remember my favorite spot in the single room that I grew up in with my parents and my 4 other siblings was this spot where we had our dressing mirror. I used to frequently stand in front of that mirror and I visualized myself on global stages, influencing policy, advocating for education and equality. And now, that is what I do. So your mindset is the gatekeeper of your greatness. You need to find your passion, and this should go beyond money. This is because your passion will be your power source. It will keep you going when money is low. It will keep you motivated when motivation fades and when the road feels unclear. In my life, I find passion in helping rural children access quality education and in empowering girls and in using my voice to spark change. Let me steal these words from Steve Jobs. He said that the only way to do great work is to love what you do. So if your dream is only about making money, you will burn out. But if your dream is about impact, you will find fulfillment. I want you to take a break for a second and ask yourself these questions. What changes do I want to see? How can I be a part of it? That's where your passion lives. You need to set goals and stay connected to your why. Goals are the compass of your journey. They give you purpose, clarity, and direction. But life is not static, Your goals may evolve, your passion may shift, and that's okay. The key is to stay connected to your why. For me, my goal has shifted so many times over the years. I remember growing up in Mori, one of my aspirations was to become a graduate, become a banker, and a lot of money to make myself rich, my family rich, and sponsor some girls in my community to go to college. However, this passion has shifted over the years. Now, I don't simply want to graduate. I want to become a global voice for education equality. So even though the path changed, but my passion didn't, the heart for service and empowerment is still there. So this is what I want you to know, that you need to stay grounded in your purpose, even when the path looks different. You should never give up. Begin again if you must. Let's be real. Challenges will come. You will be knocked down. Doors will close down. But as Winston Churchill once said, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that matters. I have had my own moments of rejection. I've had my own moments of doubt, and hopefully we will discuss about some of them in the subsequent episodes. But amidst all these challenges, one thing that I never did was to stop. I always begin again from wherever I was. I'm not here because everything went right. I'm here because I refused to quit. That is resilience. Another thing that I need you to know is that you need to move in your own time. Don't compare or rush. Let me say this gently. You are not behind. Today's world makes it easy to feel like you are late. Social media is full of highlight reels, but your journey is unique. Your timeline is sacred. I have lived it. From a girl with low self-esteem to now a young woman earning a fully funded master's degree in the United States, representing Ghana, leading conversation that matters, running a foundation that uplifts others. There were seasons of stillness, of waiting, but everything was building toward the vision. As Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11 says, He makes everything beautiful in its time. So please don't rush. Don't compare. Just trust your season. As I wrap up today's episode, let me leave you with this. Your background is not your barrier. Your story is not too messy. Your dream is not too big. Your time has not passed. You are only becoming. You are rising, and you are ready. If this episode spoke to your soul, please share it with someone who needs this message. Let's build a generation of dreamers who defy limits. Until next time, I'm Joyce Arthur, and this is the Bold Conversations podcast. Keep dreaming, keep rising, and always remember, you have what it takes.